Hi everyone, my name is Brianna and this is my infographic presentation on Adidas. Now if you don't know what Adidas is, they are an athletic and footwear company. They're super popular amongst athletes and their clothing is worn by many demographics. So they produce good quality clothing that people love to wear in their day-to-day life. So essentially Adidas does have two main strategic objectives that they do follow. They really focus on every aspect of their product, creation right to the consumer. Mainly, they really want to be sustainable and they want to push the boundaries when they are able to. So this is also in tune with their other objective would be to create innovation. They want to be very in tune with innovation and be able to adapt in the market and ultimately bring forth the products that are in demand to their target audience. Alright, so when creating the infographic, the target audience was the head office, the marketing team, as well as product development team. The information on the infographic will aid them in their decision making. Now, there's going to be three key measures. First off, the percentage of sustainable products that are being purchased. This will tell the audience of the infographic whether or not resources should be put into the continuation of their sustainable products. Now, number two is going to be the number of products that are being made in a month that are innovative, the products that are groundbreaking and pushing the boundaries, not just your average t-shirt. Now, the third one and final one is the measurement of sales before versus after the launch of a fully sustainable product, meaning that the whole product's life cycle is sustainable. Alright, so here's a quick overview of the infographic before I break down and discuss each part. Alright, so first off, the top picture is a logo of Adidas, of course, as well as an athlete. This fits very well with their branding. It is also super captivating. Next off, one of their many slogans is just below to get a feeling of excitement. Impossible is nothing. Now followed by each section of this pie chart or soccer ball chart discusses the sales based on said products. Blue is the sustainable products being sold, white is the clothing, and purple is the shoes. Now, it's also very important to note that the sustainable products have the highest percentage of products sold. Right, so next up on the left, the chart discusses the cost of fabric for clothing, the material for shoes, and lastly, the cost of packaging sustainably. So for every product of the life cycle, which is very important for the audience to see how much money is being spent on sustainability costs for the products. On the right, the chart depicts the profits that will come after the launch of a fully sustainable product. So January has very low sales, followed by a dip in February, and then a very large spike in sales when the launch does happen. This is very likely as well as the target audience of Adidas does truly care about sustainability and is willing to pay just that little bit more for said products. So although sustainability costs might be a little higher than non-sustainability, there is data that does back up the fact that the target audience for Adidas will pay that little bit more. Alright, next up we have a graph that is showcasing the number of innovative products being made per month. So as seen on a month such as February, the number is quite low. Now this can be a key metric for the target audience of this infographic to see if the number should be brought up to be more in tune with the rest of the year, see if they should be making more innovative, more different products as they are for the rest of the months. Alright, so lastly, this is at the bottom of the infographic, a statement and call to action to wrap up the entire infographic. It really does drive home the need for sustainability and reinforces the strategic objectives. So with our strides towards sustainability, we have achieved an 85% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. Our journey continues as we aim to drive that number to zero. This is very important. This call to action is going to get the target audience excited, and they're going to want to keep putting money into the sustainability initiatives. Alright, so this is just another overview of the infographic, how everything really all does tie together. There is some purple, there's some yellow, once again, tying all of it together and keeping it up with the white and black branding on the very top of the infographic, but also staying with the blue being a little bit light as well as a little bit dark. Alright, thank you so much for listening to this presentation. Alright, thank you so much for listening to this presentation. Alright, thank you so much for listening to this presentation. Alright, thank you so much for listening to this presentation. Alright, thank you so much for listening to this presentation.